Alright, I'm pleased and totally thrilled about my latest acquisition here. I have invested in the Ricoh Theta S 360 camera. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and going to be able to do some really cool stuff with it. Some of the things I plan on doing, some virtual tours of some nice places around town. And I also plan on rigging it up on my drone and being able to do some 360 flights and see how that goes. So pretty excited about it. Just arrived today, haven't opened it, but pretty excited. Always have your trusty Swiss Army knife in case you need it, which I'm not sure I do. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh. Oh look, it's another box. Oh no, just a little insert here. Alright. It's pretty light. That's good for the drone. Comes in a nice little styrofoam packing here. Ooh, a thick book. That's good. And a small little case. And the charging cord, your standard USB to micro USB charging cord. So that's good. One of the things I did, because I know that this particular camera, from what I hear and understand, has a tendency to, or has the fisheye lenses are not scratch resistant. So the little case that it came with is probably pretty good, but I wanted to really be careful with this because this is kind of pricey. And so I got this case here, and specifically designed for this kind of product. Basically, it fits right in. And closes up. Styrofoam padding on both sides, 100% padded, 100% waterproof, shock resistant. So this is how we'll be carrying this around, keeping it safe. Alright, so the Theta S. It's a nice looking little product here. It's got a couple ports on the back. Standard 1/4 inch tripod screw. That's what I'm going to be using to rig it up to my drone. USB port and an HDMI port as well. And the two fisheye lenses on either side. So on the side we've got a few buttons here. Don't know what they do. I'm an instruction reader, so I'm going to go off and read the instructions now, and then we'll have a little bit more to say about this. Alright, so the instructions come in English, German, and French, and I suspect these other three languages, which are symbol languages, are Chinese, Korean, and Japanese. So looks like they got all the bases covered. Looks like it's about a 9-page instruction book. Name the parts. Downloading the app. You have to have an app on your phone to use this. Connecting to the smartphone, capturing and viewing still images, capturing and viewing videos, live video streaming. That sounds exciting. How to share on social media, and that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to just cover the basics in this first part of the video and describe the hardware and how to do a few things. And then I'm going to take it out tomorrow and take some pictures and bring them back and show you how I process them, because there's a few things you have to do. You have to use the Theta software to process these. These images come as interesting looking photograph, and I'll put one up right here. You'll see it. This is the output of one of the pictures. And then what you have to do is run it through their software to stitch these together to make it into the spherical picture. Now, you can then take these pictures and put them in editing software, you know, put them in like, I use Corel Video Studio, and you can just put the pictures in there and stretch them out probably as long as you want, and make a video slideshow and upload that to YouTube. So we'll probably do some of that, and we'll describe that process, how to process the images, how to process the videos, and how to upload them to YouTube at the end of this. Alright? I'll be back to give you a better description once I read the instructions. Alright, so it says you can use it a little bit while it's charging. So I've got a standard USB charger plugged in. It says the power light's red while charging and goes out when the camera is fully charged. So it's gone out. If you'll notice, when I plug it in, it blinks. See that? And then it goes out. So I'm hoping that what we're going to find is that it's fully charged already. That would be great, rather than if it were damaged, which would not be great, and I would be unhappy. Alright, so I push the power button and it lights blue, telling me that the device is powered up. There's a couple of things that you will now see according to the instructions. What you will now see is that this light is lit. It's not blinking. So that is the camera status lamp, and when it's lit, it tells you images can be taken. Now there's a picture mode here. Excuse me. There's a picture mode here, and you'll notice that this is lit blue. It's a camera, so it's saying that this is in still picture mode. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this. I'll hold this up a little closer. But here's the shutter button. This is actually how you take the picture right here. Alright, the way you change modes is on the side here. There's a button, bottom button. Okay. You'll notice when I push the button, the mode changes from still to video. Alright, we're going to go with the still for now. The other button here on the side is a wireless button. It turns the wireless on and off. So, also I wanted to point out, on the top here, can you see the top? On one side, well, both sides of the top, you see the little perforations, the dots. One is a microphone and one is a speaker. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. It's a very simple device. Power's on. Change modes. Turn Wi-Fi on and off. Take pictures. Now, one of the things you'll notice, the blue button here on top that says ready to capture images. If your storage gets full, I believe there's an indicator as well. Yeah, it's here on the indicator thing here. There's an indicator here at the bottom that'll light up. It's on the indicators as well. There's an indicator here on the bottom that will light up when your storage is getting full. Now my understanding is, I don't know exactly how many pictures you can take, but you can store up to 25 minutes of video on here. Now the storage is internal. You cannot add your own SD cards to this. You cannot expand the storage. It's strictly what is available on the device itself. Alright, so the next step is we need to download the app. So we're going to go do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so all I did was go to I've got an Android phone, so all I did was go to the Google Play Store, did a search for Ricoh Theta, and this is a Ricoh Theta S, so here's the app. We're going to download that. Go ahead and install it. sign my life away by accepting all this stuff without reading it. Okay. Downloading. We'll be back when it's done installing. Alright, so when we first log in, all we see is this blank canvas here. Now I immediately tried to take a picture by pushing the button, and it says, oh, cannot connect to the camera. So you have to have a Wi-Fi connection to connect your phone to the camera. We're going to go ahead and set up the Wi-Fi and connect. The next thing I'm finding is that it is requiring me to log in. I assume it's requiring me to log into the Theta site, but it is only allowing me to log in using a Facebook or a Twitter account, which I think kind of sucks. I guess they're delegating out their authentication method, but you know, we got to play the game if we want to use the tools. So, alright, so I'm going to log in real quick. Alright, so my login information is entered. It's asking me who I want to be able to see things by default when I post to Facebook. I'm going to say only me, because I may not want to post everything to be viewed by all my friends until I get a chance to look at it and see what it looks like. Now it wants me to register an account at theta360.com, so I will continue. And basically I think it's self-registering with my credentials at Theta. So I've done that. Okay, so clearly I'm logged in. I'm just going to push the take a picture button to see what happens. Cannot connect to the cameras. Check the Wi-Fi settings. Alright, so, oh, it's not powered on. Apparently it powers itself off. Okay, I've powered it on. I turned on Wi-Fi. That's important. So now you'll see that the Wi-Fi indicator is blinking. Okay. So I totally misunderstood. Down here in the very bottom of the print, this actually has a Wi-Fi inside it. The camera actually has a Wi-Fi inside it. On the bottom here, well, I'm not going to show you. On the bottom of the camera here is a label that has the SSID of the camera. So what I need to do now is connect my phone to the camera. So I'm going to go to my phone's Wi-Fi. And I see my Theta. I'm connecting. I want the password, which I believe should also be on the bottom here, which I will enter. Oh, now it says it's connected. It's magic. What you'll now see is that on the indicator that the Wi-Fi has stopped flashing, which means I am connected. So I'm going to go to the app, open it up. What you'll now see is the Wi-Fi status says, the Wi-Fi status says connected. And online. Now I could change the Wi-Fi password, but I think I'll leave it. It's got a transfer method, which is set for copy, which means it will hold a copy of the picture on the camera and make a copy on my phone. Now the other option for that is move, which would actually move the picture from the phone onto from the camera onto the phone and delete it. Now it's got a sleep mode set for 5 minutes. Camera shutter volume is high. Your other options for that are medium, low, and off. I suspect you would want it off if you were taking these someplace like a wedding or something maybe. It's got the camera version, app version, and a user guide. So very simple tool. Not straightforward to set up and get running, but it is running. And now I'm going to take a picture with my phone. Okay, so this middle button here, push the middle button, it brings up this picture, or this screen. You push this button right in the middle. It says it's processing the image. And it comes back to the main screen. And then it will show you the picture that it just took of my ceiling. And the other side is black, you'll notice, because it's just laying down flat against that black screen. So, okay, I'm digging it. So, looks like we're good. We're set up. We're ready to go. Not terribly straightforward in the instructions. I think it might have been if I read them more carefully, but again, as I said, there's a lot of small print that I actually had to get the magnifying glass out to read some of it. So, you know, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, but I think it was pretty straightforward to set up. Now, one of the things I got, which I think is pretty cool, is this device from, by the way, this is not a sponsored video. None of this is sponsored. A company called Smatree, S-M-A-T-R-E-E, Smaphole. It's a monopod selfie stick, but really what it is, it's a small tripod. Or you can take the base off and make it a selfie stick. It does extend. Oops. Take the base off, make it a selfie stick. And it does extend. See? Okay? So that you can hold it over your head if you want to take a picture. And part of the problem with taking the picture directly with the camera is that your arm becomes a big part of the picture when you just push the button. And so in order to kind of remove yourself from the picture and make it a cleaner internal sphere, you can extend this using something like this away from you, and then use your smartphone to push the button and take the picture. Now, I like this because of this stand here, because I can take this if I wanted to take a video of something. Say I've got a family gathering, I can just set this right in the middle of the table and take 25 minutes of 3D video that we can share amongst ourselves. Now, this has the standard. Oh, one of the things I found this a little bothersome is this camera base here. This selfie stick did not come with that. It came just like this. So had I not had the foresight to buy this adapter for $5, I would be sitting here going, well, shit, I can't connect my phone to the selfie stick, and I'd be a little annoyed. But so it's got like a tongue and groove kind of action going on there. You just pop it on the top of this, and slide this on home and screw it in. Now, the thing is, I got several of these. And the reason I got this was not for this purpose. I just happened to get lucky. The reason I got this is because this is the mechanism I'm going to use to attach the 360 camera to my drone. Alright, so basically you just take the camera, screw it down like you would any other camera. It's a little wiggly, maybe. A little extra turn of the screw here. Seems to be pretty stable. Now, yeah, that's actually really stable. And so at this point now I can sit here with this camera on the stand and open up my Theta app. Okay. And just take a picture. And now it says it's communicating with the phone, sending the picture over. And now I have an interesting looking 360 picture on my phone. Now my house is a mess right now, so I'm not going to share this one. But I am going to go out and about tomorrow up to Baltimore and have lunch in Fells Point. And so I think I'm going to take this with me and take some pictures up there to share with you and use to finish this video off. But overall, very, very small learning curve. That was more user error than anything else. And I think we're good to go. I'm pretty excited. So we'll see how some of the products turn out tomorrow. All right. See you tomorrow.
So I'll give you a quick review of the Theta after my first day's use of it. I took it up to Baltimore and made a few pictures around Fells Point at a restaurant that we went to, and I'm gonna make a video tomorrow showing how I process everything. I'm gonna make a video slideshow and upload it to Facebook, but I'll go through that whole processing and uploading process, to use the word twice, and post that tomorrow, as well as the final product. But in the meantime, I want to talk about using it today. So using it was pretty easy. I will say this: I had some issues with the camera. I had some issues with the smartphone application. After taking a couple of pictures, it would hang up on the phone to the point where I would have to reboot my phone to free up whatever was going on. So there's some janky shit going on with the smartphone app. That's kind of a bummer, because that's how you take pictures when it's on the monopod or selfie stick, whatever you're using, in order to not become a major part of the picture with your arm taking up a large chunk of it, because you're having to push the shutter button on the camera itself. So that little bit of jankiness bothers me. We'll see how that goes over time. But a few times it was good, and it was a big hit with the people around. That were all very curious about what it was, and in the restaurant, of course, we got some participation of the people sitting around us, and they all thought it was super cool. None of them had ever seen anything like it. The restaurant folks, we're going to post the video on their Facebook timeline. They asked us to share, and so we're going to share that with them. But everybody thought it was super cool, and it is super cool. The pictures are amazing. I was able to take about 15 pictures or so and a 22-second video before the indicator came on telling me I couldn't take any more pictures. And it pretty much shut the camera down. So I'm guessing the memory filled up. I don't know how. The pictures only seem to be about 3 meg apiece. So I'm not really sure, why it decided to stop taking pictures, but we'll figure that out as well. I do think overall I enjoyed having it. I enjoyed taking the pictures. The people around me thought it was cool. I like being the center of attention, so that was pretty awesome. We're gonna, like I said, come up with the final product tomorrow, but I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's definitely got its uses, but I'm concerned about its limitations with the amount of storage. Now, one of the things I can do, I suppose, is transfer everything off of it onto my phone when it fills up, and then delete what's there. So that's one way to overcome any storage issues, is just keep transferring stuff off there to an external drive. But overall, I thought it was fun and it was cool, and I think it's going to be a great addition to my equipment list here. One of the things we're going to try soon is rigging it up on my drone and doing a 360 flight, so stand by for that. But overall, I think it definitely is an amazing investment, and I'm looking for greater things as time goes by with cool stuff. So I think it's definitely a thumbs up. I guess that's it. Look for my next couple of videos to show you the processing and the final product, though. Okay? All right, guys. Check you later.